riding superstars, welcome to Dressage Mastery TV episode 3. My name is Natasha Altoff and I'm a Grand Prix dressage rider, and I just want to mention I am 15 weeks pregnant because I know when you watch videos you're like, oh, she ate too many Tim Tams. For those of you who don't live in Australia, Tim Tams are these beautiful chocolate biscuits and I do tend to love them. But no, I haven't eaten too many Tim Tams. I've got 25 weeks to go, which I'm very excited about, and then I'll have this baby and then I'll never be pregnant again, which I'm super pumped about. Anyway, back to Dressage Mastery TV and my question for today. I would love to help you guys, and especially Melissa, who posted this question from Dressage Mastery Academy, and she said, I would love to know how to ride sitting trot without moving. And I guess it's not how to ride sitting trot, because we all know, oh, to ride sitting trot, just sit. That's the definition of sitting trot. But how do you ride it well? How do you ride it without moving? Thank you so much for the question, Melissa. Good question. I remember when I was learning, I bounced. I'm pretty sure everyone who's learning bounces. That's because the trot has a moment of suspension. So same as when you're four-wheel driving or you're in a car and you go over a speed hump, there's a bump. There is something throwing you out of the saddle. In the case of the trot, every stride, second stride is bump, 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 bump. So it's like, okay, if something's going to be throwing you out of the saddle, what do you need to do in your body to counteract that? And what you do is you take the movement down through your ankle. So your ankle is your shock absorber. So as you trot, you'll be going down, down. So I'm really going to overemphasize it. But you'll be going and trot, 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 trot. Totally overemphasized. You won't be doing that. But you want to think about having all the weight down through your legs and then your ankles to take that jolt, that moment of suspension that's actually pushing you out of the saddle. Do not try to grip with your legs to stay in the saddle. Do you see, the minute I grip, I come out of the saddle. Do not grip with your knees. If you grip with your knees, your actual crotch and this part of your seat comes up and out of the saddle, and you'll never be able to sit with the horse. You actually need to plug into the horse, just like Avatar, and your two seat bones need to become part of the horse's back. So I always say my back, horse's back. It's got to suddenly join. So how do you do that? Well, your stomach becomes very important. Your stomach should be sore when you're learning how to ride sitting trot. It has to engage. Now, I'm not a gym person. I don't have a six-pack. It's not that you have to, like some people say, so I should do 1,000 sit-ups or 1,000 crunches. No, that's a different muscle. A crunch is coming forward. No, not that stomach muscle. This is an engaged stomach muscle. For those of you who do Pilates, it's pulling your belly button into your spine. It's flattening your stomach so it can be strong and become like a seat belt. And not just your stomach, your obliques and your back muscle as well. If you touch yourself on your lower back and then you tense your stomach and kind of push and kind of suck your stomach and your belly button in, you should feel a bulge or a flare from your back muscle coming out. And I always get riders to feel my back if they want, because you can really feel it, and I go, that's my passage muscle, because that's me going, really bringing that whole horse up with me and creating, the trot or the passage or the piaffe that I want. So you've got to start to isolate, and I really recommend, I hate Pilates, really do, but it's really good to learn how to isolate those muscles, those deep abdominal muscles that are going to keep you in the saddle longer. So then I can just show you while you're trotting. So if you stare at my leg, you'll notice my leg is not still. It's still, yes, it's not swinging and it's not flapping, sorry, but it has that element of movement because it simply has to, because my horse is moving. So it has to take that moment of suspension and out it goes through the ankle. And then my stomach is just slightly engaged. If I was doing crunches, I wouldn't be able to talk to you. I'd be like, I'll talk when I'm finished. So it's not that much stomach, but at the same time, you do need to work it and you do need to get strong. I ride anywhere from 4 to 6 horses a day. So it's strong enough to be engaged the certain amount it needs to be, to keep myself still in the saddle. Now if I tried to grip with my knees, do you see straight away I'm bouncing? Because I simply can't connect my seat and my back with the horse if I grip with my knees and kind of really try. Don't try so hard, I know it's hard, but the secret to staying in the saddle for sitting trot is relax. Now don't relax because you'll bounce and thump around as well, but find that controlled tension, that tension you need in your stomach, your obliques, your upper groin muscles, so your really high upper thigh groin muscles, they're what suck you in. They're what keep you in the saddle. And then just the weight down through the ankles, so that can take the moment of suspension. Now, Malcolm Gladwell puts it best when he says, to be a master, you need to do 10,000 hours. You want to be a master pianist, do 10,000 hours. You want to be a master rider, do 10,000 hours. If you want to have a sitting trot that's brilliant, do 10,000 hours. So I actually coach a lot of riders that go, I can't sit trot and I can't ride. And I go, okay, let's have a look. Oh, well, I don't do sitting trot. If you don't do sitting trot, you won't get better. Horses are beautiful and they're forgiving, and my poor old horse had to put up with me bouncing on his back and really trying to figure out my sitting trot for hours and hours and hours on end. So do the practice, do the work. If you can't sit trot, that's your opportunity to start doing it. So I go rising trot when I warm up my horses, and then the rest of the work session is sitting until we get to the end for the cool down. I suggest you do the same, and you do anywhere between 5 and 25 minutes every time you ride of sitting trot. Work on it, work on your stomach, and it will get better. Let me know how you go, enjoy, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.